OBS is working. Howdy, peeps. How you going? We've got another live stream. Just getting set up. So bear with me. So, just thumbnail hasn't and the title hasn't been given away. Is I have some new parts on my printer, and I'm going to be doing some maintenance on it. Well, upgrading. So let's see how it goes, eh? Okay, I am just grabbing a link. Okay. There we go. How are you? There's my beautiful face. Yeah, this isn't the only camera we're going to have, but I'm going to be going between the printer there and this camera. So yeah, we'll be switching views. So there you go. That's inside my printer cam at the moment. That camera feed there, though, will be a slight delay to it because of the way I'm doing it. It's using my phone app to stream through the Wi-Fi to the computer. So yeah. So hello. I probably should have done this yesterday, but I was going. I was going to do it last night. I should probably do it tomorrow because yeah, I got some parts and so we're going to be a bit more centralized because I've got the camera on a different. Let's move over here. There we go. See how messy everything is, but this will give me better lighting. Yeah. If the camera wants to stay where it is, being organised. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit better, but there we go. Okay, it should be better when I look at the camera. For lighting wise, anyway. Although it's making me pale as hell again. So yeah, tonight, my printer is an Ender 3 Max, made by a company called Creality or Creality 3D. Although I think it's good by Creality these days. I've already done some upgrades. We might discuss them as we go along. But yeah, got some parts arrive, and one part arriving tomorrow, possibly, or the next day. But yeah, I'll add that in later. But yeah, it could be a multi-part thingamajiggy. Yeah, multi-part stream maybe. We will see. If you're interested in 3D printing, so yeah, let's get this one open. So I guess this is sort of like an unboxing too. So tonight's goals. I have a new hot end that I have to install. And I'll probably put a bimetal heat break in there because that one seems to be just the regular one with the Odin tubing goes all the way down to the nozzle. It's pretty good because it actually comes with a nozzle there, 0.4 millimeter one. Not that I need those. As for the wiring and stuff, I am quite literally, I'm going to be undoing that and removing it. Get a bag. So it's almost identical to the stock standard Ender 3 one. I got this off Amazon. It was like $15. That's what I mean. The Creality stuff and the parts for them are usually fairly cheap, although you can probably fit these on various different ones. But I will only be needing the actual heat sink, heat block. I'll pull that apart. I'll put a bimetal heat break in to replace that heat break, and I'll be removing the thermistor and stuff there, the wiring and the Bowden tube. Because yeah, that stuff, it does the job, the white things, but I do prefer, like most people, the blue Capricorn tubing. That is also made by Creality. This, I don't think this is made by Creality. This is just some generic one off of Amazon. And yeah, it comes with a silicon heat sock that's designed to keep the heat in the heat block, as well as it helps keep the end of your hot end clean too. Because hopefully, if you have any accidents with plastic overflowing, it'll stick to the silicon heat sock and not the hot end, which will be easy to get off. And the other thing is, if we get around to it, I have a belt tensioner here. As we'll show you So yeah, got this belt tensioner here, knob on the end that literally makes it so you can tension the belt by screwing that knob in or out as needed. Because the Ender 3 Maxes, the original Ender 3 Maxes, do not come out with belt tension. Hello, Dane, because he'll tell you, Rabbit should already have a belt tensioner, Rabbit. But no, just manually adjusting them is fine, but normally you got to undo a couple of screws, as we will see. Because hopefully this camera doesn't mess up. But yeah, you can see to the right there on the X gantry. Where did I put it? Right there. I'll sound quiet as I move away. So this ain't normal streamer. So this will go over here where that is. But normally you'd undo these two screws here and pull it back that way. Let's get this camera down a bit. This is not a stable stand I've got it on, so bear with me. There is a bit of delay. Inside my enclosure. And as you can see, I've already started with the filaments hanging in the air there. My new filament guide sitting there. But yeah, that white stuff there actually might do. Hang on. Yeah, the white tubing here, that might help actually. I might replace. So I've got, an actual Bowden tube going up a lot longer and further. But it's also good too because I end up with an extra couple of Bowden tube couplers. Never have too many of those. Basically, these things here, you treat them as if they are basically a disposable part. So yeah, disassemble the hot end so I can get everything out. Undo it. You can see on the printer already, if you look at the gantry there, you'll see that the fan shroud is at a bit of an angle because I've already, undid that last night. I was going to do it, but it started getting a bit too late. Already got the filament removed, so I don't have to turn it on or heat anything up. Also, that would be the third thing, is I am also going to, that's a lead screw. I'm going to swap that out, the original lead screw out with that, because when I got the dual Z kit, I ordered 2 of these, but I only installed one on the unpowered side up when I put the motor and stuff in, because Creality makes a dual Z kit, but they don't have the Ender 3 max size screw with it. You get a standard Ender 3 screw. Maybe we should see if Dane wants that. Hey, Dane, you want an extra spare lead screw? Because I'll never be able to use it, because I'm never going to get a smaller printer. So yeah, I've also got to do that, and I'll hopefully be able to, if I remember, show why that is. But basically, I'm always telling people this when they on Reddit and stuff, when they're like, "Oh, should I get a dual Z kit and stuff?" or asking about where they should buy a lead screw from, and I'll be like, "Don't just buy one, get 2, so that when you swap them out, they've got the same pitch, everything like that. Because even if you match the thread, get the right size screw. Because this one here is actually I think 500 millimeters. Or 480. It's longer than the Ender 3 by about this much. I don't know if we can see the top of the printer there. But yeah, if you look at the top, if I can get it up because it's USB cable, but yeah, if you see on the right support there, if we can get everything going the right way, you'll see that you can see the tip of the lead screw hanging off, extending above the top of the frame, because they slightly longer by about that much sort of thing. So we'll get this put in. My main concern was that these weren't 100% straight, but I think they're a bit straighter than they were. But with mine, for example, it goes up, I can get it leveled and squared, and I'll show you how I do that. Well, once you've already got it squared, I'll show you how to do that. Just might have to redo that completely while I'm at it. But yeah, at the moment, when it comes down, I get it leveled. I do sort of what's called crash leveling. You put a couple of stands that are equal height on the frame. You bring the gantry down, sort of slam it into those, and it'll make sure it's sort of level. It's not level to the bed; it's level to the frame. But sort of is level to the bed. But the problem is because I think I've got that longer lead screw, even though the pitch and everything is the same. And after you've done a bit of printing, it will be slightly up a little bit. And so while you can still print because of the auto bed leveling and stuff like that, I think there's enough of a variance between the two different screws, or the two screws to do that. But anyway, so yeah, I will. Oh, it's Wookie. Hey, Wookie, how you going? Yeah, upgrading to a 4D printer. Yeah, mate. Yeah, down in the description below is a link to the Discord. I don't think Wookie will get on. Oh, sorry, Nardosis. But yeah, it's good to see you, mate. Although it's been a while since I've seen you or spoken to you. But yeah, a 4D printer. Now I'm just trying to imagine what that would be. Would it travel through time? Or is 4D, it'll turn itself inside out?
You talking shit, mate?
Holy crap, it's the man himself. How you going, buddy? God, it's been so long
Good.
since I've heard your voice. Yeah, because I've got
Chill.
Discord streaming, so you might have to mute any audio that you've got
I did,
going if
yeah,
you're
I
watching the
muted.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
mate. Hey, how's things?
Yeah, good. I've been
You
a
sound
busy
well.
boy. Yeah.
When have you not been a busy boy?
Uh, yeah. Nah, for a while I was just, playing video
Yep.
games every day, but I finally kind of got a career sorted, so now I'm
Yes. How is that going? How is the world of AI?
yeah, really good. I'm getting better every day. Um, looking forward to getting a promotion, getting more money, buying a house, all that adult stuff.
Yeah. Isn't
Kind of my goal.
adulting fun?
Yeah, oh, it's
Yeah, I'm
good.
looking to buy my own house at the moment too. So there you go. We're in the same club in that department.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck with
Whereabouts
that.
are you living? Are you still in Queensland?
Yeah, I'm still in the same place that I've always been as long as I've
Okay.
known you.
Yeah, I'm still in
Yep.
the same place. Well,
Yeah.
not the same
Same
house,
same
but
house that used to play Starmate in.
cool.
How about you? Where are you located these
I like
days?
it. Yeah, I'm in on the Gold Coast still, just not in the same house. I've kind of been
Yeah.
kind of here, there, and everywhere. Like I moved to Canada for a bit, after COVID and came back.
Yeah. Well, I knew that you were sort of moving around a bit. I mean, and you've sort of been Southeast Asia there for a while, weren't you? Was it Singapore, or Indonesia a
Oh,
few years ago?
yeah. When I was 18, I was in Thailand for 6 months. Maybe that's a bit too long ago. But yeah,
Yeah. It's been a
I've
while
traveled around
since
quite a
then.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, well, glad to see that you're alive and well, and you seem to be doing okay for yourself.
Yeah, dude.
But I never doubted that if anybody in this group was going to succeed, it would be you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I've always followed through. Now I'm going to get nostalgia for the StarMade days.
Ah, yeah.
I miss our
I miss
notoriety.
those games sometimes. I just kind of like go, I wish I could just build a fucking spaceship.
Yeah, I know how that feels too. That's the dream, isn't it? Get Elon
Yeah.
Musk rich so you never have to work again and just can sit back and live life as you choose and do what you want with it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
been always been my philosophy. I work to live, I don't live to work. It makes me a bit of an oddity in my family. But
Mm,
I'm just always been one of those people that work. That's why I've always leaned towards self-employment because
mm.
I've been one of those people. Okay, I've got food in the cupboard. I've got a roof over my head. I don't need to take on any more work or jobs. Great, awesome. Where with a job, you go get a job and it's like I've got enough money, but I still got to turn up every day, or otherwise I
Yeah.
lose that job.
Yep.
I mean,
Understood.
I did some casual work over Christmas at Australia Post. And it was the same sort of thing where they kept on going, like when I signed up, I was like, I'm okay with doing 4 hour shifts. That's sort of all I need to do.
Yep. Yep.
And they were like, oh, can you do an extra shift? Do you want to do an extra shift? And I was like,
Uh,
guys, how many times have I got to tell you? Don't call me, I will call you. I said, look, if I want to do extra shifts, I will come and see you and say, hey, you got any extra shifts?
mhm.
I said, otherwise, I signed up for 4 hours a day, sort of thing. That's been my
Yeah.
philosophy, but for some people, that's weird.
I'm the same. Like, I was doing part time at a hospital for a bit before I got this job, and they were always asking to do new shifts. So I was like, You know, like money's nice, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I'd rather have me time, right? I've got
Yeah,
enough
when do
money.
you get to live? I've seen so many people that they work their whole lives, and then it's like, well, by the time you retire, it's like, what, 67 in this country? When do you start living for yourself? Oh, a couple of weeks, a year,
Hmm.
you know, that sort of thing. And you see so many people where it's like, I'd feel bad if I worked till I'm 67, and then you die a year later, or a week later even.
Yeah,
Hell, you might not even make it to 67.
wasted your whole life. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, I think more people need to focus on prioritize that it's like, at some point, you have to live life for yourself.
I'm hoping with AI and stuff advancing and robotics, hopefully that'll kind of become the mindset for more people. As like there's less jobs and shit as well.
I think it's one of those things too. It's going to take a while to take longer to take off than it should, because like when I was a kid, it was the whole, oh, computers are going to take our jobs, robots are going to take our
Yeah,
jobs, and as we've seen, nearly every house has a computing device of some form, and everybody's still got jobs and things.
yeah, yeah.
But isn't it? But it's
There'll always
also,
be
isn't
jobs.
that the
But
reason we invent technology, us humans, to make our lives easier?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always
This is,
be people that like look after the computers and the servers and everything like that. But
yeah. So, yeah, the
yeah, it's like
problem with uploading yourself to the cloud sort of thing, if that ever becomes an option, you upload your consciousness, is because there's still going to have to be somebody on the outside maintaining it. But
unless
I'd hope by then you'd have
robots.
self-repairing robots. So,
Yeah, yeah. So maybe they can look after themselves. Who knows?
mhm. But yeah, unfortunately, it's the. I guess what it's so funny when you see these young people go on about boomers and stuff, but then you're seeing these younger people too also going on about the threat of AI and stuff.
Mhm.
I think that's where they also marketed it wrong. They should have gone like, with algorithmic or simulate algorithmic simulated intelligence is what I would call it, ASI, something like that.
Interesting.
Um, because it's algorithms and codes. It's not, for me, artificial intelligence is something that can think for itself,
Hmm.
act on its own,
Yeah, yeah. Like can
sentient
teach
sort of
itself
stuff.
and shit. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
yeah, and we don't have anything like that now, like ChatGPT and stuff. They're basically glorified chatbots, and they can't.
Yeah.
Here's my biggest issue with the AI. Here we go. Look, an unscheduled AI discussion with Rabbit. Um, is oh god, go blank. Um, with AI, it's not AI because again, that whole sentience thing, being able to think for yourself, and the problem is what people call AI now is sort of like a glorified chatbot because it's using algorithms and things, but that's it. It cannot think for itself. It cannot be creative. We humans, we learn from other human beings, of course. So you could say, oh, we're just like machines in that we're copying stuff. But the thing is, we can go off the rails. We can deviate from our thoughts, come out with insane shit, and AI cannot do that. And then you see this with like, remember the recent black Nazis and Asian Nazis, because that wasn't the AI, that was people programming it, because they tried to put an emphasis on diversity and it backfired on them. And it's the
Uh-huh.
same sort of thing when you talk to like these AIs and stuff. Like, ask any AI out there, sorry, quote unquote AI. I don't know about yours. I have to test this one out. But if you say like, oh, um, create an image of a man in speedos for me, it will happily generate a guy in nothing but his undies. And not only that, it'll err on the side of caution and make him handsome and buff. It's not going to give you some scrawny, ugly looking dude.
Yes.
But then when you try to do the same with a woman, where, hey, draw me a woman in a bikini with, actual chest covered, unlike the man, it will tell you, no, I can't do that. And you'll be, why? And it's like, oh, because somebody might be offended by it. And it's like, that's 50% of the planet right there that, have that form. But the
Uh-huh.
fact is that it's like, are you telling me that there aren't people out there that would get turned on by a, muscle bound dude in a speedo? I'm pretty sure there are, both male and female. So yeah, we've got a long way to go in that quality space and stuff, but it shows, yes, the AI can't think for itself. If there's any threat from AI, it's not from AI. As always, it's the humans. It's not the tool. It's the people using it.
Yes,
I would
exactly.
love to see what an AI could do if it could learn on its own. It should be able to tell right from wrong without somebody telling it what's wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe I have to do
it's
a series again.
tricky because you would need to give it some sort of like morals or something somehow. Otherwise, it would just probably wipe us out if we get into the like Terminator stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You don't. When you get an actual AI, you do not want to connect it to the internet until you have it raised properly.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I don't know.
if
That's above my intellect's capacity to kind of think of how that would work. But yeah,
oh yeah, I like that sort of stuff.
it's scary.
But yeah, I think the old machine learning though, people just got to embrace that it is here. It's not going to go away, and
Oh yeah,
it's
it's the
it's the
next
way
big
of the
thing.
future.
Yeah, it's
Like
basically like the internet.
yeah, but I can understand why some people get upset because like digital artists and stuff. I mean, hell, I used to be a graphic designer myself. Well, used to be. You never
Yeah,
stop being one. But you know what? For me, it's great because can simplify the process for me, but it's still not perfect. There's times that I've used
yeah,
AI to draw pictures and shit for me, and I'm like, this is crap. I might as well just go Photoshop it myself. And and it's like anything. It's the difference between like going to your shop and buying a poster versus commissioning somebody to do a custom image for you. Draw you something from scratch, and
pretty much. Yeah.
yeah,
You gotta look at it as like a tool, like the paintbrush, or I
yeah,
guess Photoshop. Everyone was all fucking crazy about Photoshop when it first came out. Like, oh, this is gonna, ruin things for us. It's gonna blah blah blah. And it's just the same thing. It's just the next step is, yeah, it's just a tool.
yeah. But it's that thinking that I think that we're not more advanced. This is why we're not living on Mars because there's even people that don't understand where they're like they fight us going to space because they're like, oh,
Yeah,
worry about what's on Earth and stuff. And it's like, but what if going to Mars is what gets us the cure for cancer? You
yeah,
know, it brings in bring in a utopia because we can bring asteroids and mine them, and then you're not worrying about resources on Earth and them running out. Yeah, yeah. A lot of
You
people need a
uh,
huge, massive change in mindset, but so many people don't
yes,
like change. They like the status quo, so it
yeah.
holds the rest of us back.
Well, to be honest, like most people are stupid as well,
Yes,
and
I
that's
agree
kind
with that.
of
We've
the issue
had
we
plenty of
have.
experience there.
Yeah,
Some people are clowns, literally.
like I think it's like I don't know, probably at least 60% of the population are just morons. That really
Oh,
holds
dude, you're being generous, mate. I would put it more like 98%.
us. I
I'm
probably
not
have
even
the agenda.
exaggerating because, yeah, that is one of the frustrating aspects of my life is how things happen. Like, you know, you see it all the time. You get these people who think they're so clever, like on social media and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's like they barely know how to turn a computer on and off.
I'm surprised I can even do that. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some people out there, it's like Indian, you get these scammers and things like that out there, and you're like, how do people fall for that? I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously they target the mentally declining and those who weren't mentally sharp to begin with.
Yes.
But you get so-called normal people also falling for them.
Yes. Like, yeah, like the Nigerian princes and all that. There's a
Yeah.
reason they do it. It's because they make money from it.
Yep.
So,
And a lot of those people who've fallen for those scams, they will admit afterwards, even when they knew it was a scam, they still went for it because just on that off chance that they might have made millions of dollars, they admitted their own greed got the better of them.
yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, dude. I gotta run. I gotta take the dogs out and stuff. So I will catch you later.
No, man, it's good. You go do what you got to do. It's great catching up with you. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah,
Anytime
no
you want to have a
worries.
chat, hit me up.
If I see you around streaming and stuff again, I'll jump in.
Yeah, look forward to it. Okay.
Catch
Well,
you,
you
dude.
take care and have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. See ya. Okay, back to focusing on this. Good. This might be a bit glued in there, so maybe I do need to heat it. Oh, no, there we go. Bowden tube's out. Because, yeah, on the end of the Bowden tube, these couplers here, they push in. They push in, and yeah, when you let them go, they bite into the tube and hold it in place, and it leaves a seam around there, so it can actually end up damaging it if you've got to do this too many times. Okay, so that's that off. Next bit is move the sockers here. So yeah, that's how those silicon socks go on there. Sorry if audio is going to get terrible here because I am away from the microphone at the moment. And again, there will be a bit of a delay between this camera of like 1 second. So if I talk about stuff, it might be a second before it captures up. Okay. I've pulled this part before, but this is the first time I'm going to replace it. And one of the reasons, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, so I can't, oh wait, I've got to get it closer. Oh, let's disconnect the BL touch, CR touch, get it a bit closer. But one of the reasons I wanted to change it is because, yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's almost like it's not straight, it's had a bit of a tilt, like that heat block isn't square to it. And I haven't changed that setup since I got it, except for changing out the heat break and stuff, but yeah, it's not as straight as it should be. We get the right bits. And I'll stop and jump in front of the webcam occasionally. Smoke every break. Desk organizer that didn't work out. I'll use that as a screw tray. Screw the holder. Yeah, there it is. Careful because these ones, because these actually have washers on them. That one doesn't have the washer on. I think the thermostat, I think that's what they're called, up the top nozzles and heat breaks. You have to pull the other one apart because it would be great if we could just whack that on, but okay. Through here, the heat break into the heatsink. Heat break and the heating block. Screw. So get my new heat break as well while we're at it because yeah, pliers. You also got to be very careful too because we don't want to break any wires here. Plus, you'd normally heat this up to make it a bit easier to undo this in. Okay. Let's see if we can get the therms and stuff to come out without destroying it. This screw so if it's threaded, gripped. You might not even get this done tonight, depends on how I'm feeling. Well, we could be out here at this for hours. So we shall see. It's going to be bloody nightmare. You know, I've never taken this out, so if it's stripped, it's been stripped since factory. Yeah, this could stop me in my tracks right here because if this is stripped, it won't come out. Yeah. Basically, it's buggered. Yeah, if that's stripped, I can't get it out. I have to. Basically, yeah, I will have to take it out of the enclosure, and I will have to, yep, the right size. So that was Allen key or hex key. Yeah, it's never easy. This doesn't go like problem free like it should. Yeah, that's what that heat break's going in the straight. So you can see that's the problem with angle. Hold please. Okay, let's boot it up. You can see the screen. It'll zoom in, but you can see the screen over here on the right now lighting up. The entry up a bit to hold this up. Oh, man, that's a bitch. Because here I can get the screw out there. It's going to be quite literally. I don't have any like soup glue or anything that I could jam in there. That's one of my Allen keys. It is up. So that'll help me undo things. I think slow this can be and then just hang and have the numbers. Um, see if I can get something that'll grip on. Just that screw is coming out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to do all that. That side, and that's grabbing. So they have stripped that bloody nut out in the factory. Damn it. And yeah, I want to replace all of that, and I don't want to have to just take off this top bit and stick it in because yeah, the bit that's bent, it looks like it's the way it's screwing in that's making it off angled. Touch that while it's actually turned on, because I want to get it hot and it will cool down fairly quickly because we don't want anything shorting out. Some more tools. Just in case. Ring, so if I can, I hopefully can get that in, squeeze it enough, hopefully get that in and grab it on the end, squeeze it enough to get a hold of that nut and give it a turn. I don't really want to, yeah. Okay. No fan on that, so we want to watch out. I have to turn that off. Let's grab it back a bit. Printer off because you don't want things sparking. Yeah, there we go. Heat break is out. Just getting this damn that little black screw there. Yeah, it's freewheeling. Let's move the other heat brake because we don't want to get that damaged. Heat brake hot in. Yeah, the trick is, can I get something onto that screw while it's still hot? Because yeah, if this doesn't come out, I might have to actually take everything here off and go down to the main board. And as I said, I really don't want to be doing that. See while it's warm, because hopefully that'll make it easy to unscrew. So let's do that. I'll be able to drill it out. Deep in there, so I have to be really careful drilling it out because I don't want it to go into the therm system. And so, chirality, this piss ball. Oh, annoyed that this is stripped out before I've even touched it. I've had this thing for like 2 bloody years. I haven't had a single screw stripped on this thing. Yeah. So, a hacksaw blade or something that I can cut into that with to make a notch or get in there with a screwdriver or something. Good Christ. All the way down there. I've also got my drag chain, which I've only recently done. The only other option I could think of is I cut the wires and then solder them together. But yeah, I definitely need a new heat break now because that one is how close we can get it. But that's scratched to hell now. I'm using pliers. And just like a heatsink on a computer, you want good thermal contact. You're not going to get it, it's scratched to hell. My Arctic Silver Cooler Master thermal post. It's for CPU. Not really designed for things that get like 190 degrees and hotter. I don't think. Oh my god. It's been my whole 3D printing experience today. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Jumps up in size. Got different shaped tool lens here, so just got to get it turning. Once it gets turning, it'll be right. Any holes will be in um, more flathead screwdriver or something. Oh, that's a bit tricky. Was a bit tricky. What's the risk? Should I have a go with this Torx bit? 360. Some of these fault bits, I don't think I've got bits of. Well, this isn't the video I had planned on doing. What's that bit? Good, I've cut enough from this. Just pay. My 3D printing as soon as possible. V6 because it was like it felt like it was getting in there. Got a bit grippy, but then yeah, a bit stripped. Anybody else get that feeling? Stuff more and more as I go. Fingers here. Bugger. Quite round the twist. Have you ever felt like this? I quite often do. Let me have a smoko break and a drink of my coffee, which is probably staying cold now. And yeah, see how we're going here. So yes, we have a problem. Obviously, tiny little screw. I'm like, why? So for that part, I might have to actually get some super glue and sacrifice a Allen key slash hex key, hex wrench, whatever you guys call them in your neck of the woods. And yeah, put a drop of glue on the end of that, put it in there, hold it in until it sets, and then hopefully that will be enough to. Or otherwise, yeah, I'm going to have to disconnect those wires from the main board, and I don't really want to do that, especially because, yeah, my drag chain, I only put it on a couple of weeks ago, and I have zip tied it into place, and it's got like a zip tie on every bloody link holding the cables in place. Oh my god. However, so how long have we been going for here? What's the stream time? Almost an hour, and we've got nothing done. Except for having chats about AI with Wookie. Bloody hell. I don't know. Maybe we can unbox. I've got a power supply here for my suit. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe are you interested in see what I'm 3D printing or what I plan on 3D printing? Let's go there because maybe we can do a Etsy review while I am at it. Maybe. So bear with me. Bear with me. Let me get my thingy loaded up. Once I find the files. No, nobody wants to see that. I don't know which folder it is. I think it's this one. Temp. There we go. Mark 5 edits. I'll be careful, but we'll start off with adding a source. Let's make it. Where's window capture? Window capture. There we go. Add source. Quite literally, add new source. Quite literally, Windows Explorer. Okay, add source. Don't be too loud because I left my door open. Gizmo will be sleeping. There we go. Explorer done. Okay, this is the first part. So here are all my entire Master Chief Halo project, starting with the original game files that I was cutting up, the original armor from Halo Combat Evolved. I was going to cut it up. Some of you would have seen the helmet that I've been working on, which I do have. Yeah, there we go. Ouch. Just need my computer. But yes, that was going to be the original helmet. One of the first prints I did on this thing. And I'm still working on it. And I'll show you why this has been a work in progress. See how messy that is under there? Really broadcast, a bit rough in some places. So I've been working to get things done. And then we get to, like, here's the visor of the new helmet. That is obviously not the visor, but I will be using an actual motorcycle helmet. I was trying to clamp onto there, draw a stencil, cut it out. Because motorcycle helmet, this is why the helmet I'm going with now is we will need, what is it, 3D Builder. Better capture that too while we're at it. But yeah, if we go back to the Windows Explorer folder, I have different suits, different versions of the suit. One I'm building myself, other models I've found online. They're not designed for 3D printing, so I've got a lot of work to do. Let's get rid of that for now. And so my new helmet that I'm working on is basically a version of the Mark V from Halo Infinite. They brought out a Mark V in that, and I've got to say it's one of the better versions. Well, the helmet especially, because it keeps that Mark V look where you see like Halo Reach and other Halo games. The Mark V, they're always changing it, and it ends up looking terrible. Even Halo Reach has the Mark V, but it's the Mark V-B. Then you can get models of Halo Anniversary, and again, it's just too different from the original Mark V software. Mark V software. Mark V model. God, I'm on my ball. On my game tonight. I'm behind the 8 ball. Whatever, I don't know anymore. Okay. Add new source. Okay. Builder. I'm just going to use Windows built-in. Builder. Okay, window 3D builder. There we go. Done. Hopefully we go open. No, not load object. I've made versions of this because this is a model I bought off of Etsy because I was doing my own using the actual game model. Here we go. All parts. This will take a second because this is the complete helmet. And this has already been scaled up to fit me. So this is what I'm trying to attempt to make at the moment. And yeah, that model in there is shaped the same as my head. But yeah, you got the Mark V version from Halo Infinite. It's a pretty detailed model by the guy who made it. However, he screwed it up. I didn't like his attitude. I should do a review on this. I haven't rated it. But you've got these bits under here. And, yeah, I should show you the mouse pointer. But these here, these are meant to be recessed. They're meant to be like valleys. And these panels are meant to be level with this. But he's inverted it. Foolishly, he's inverted these. So these bits here are back to front. So have to get them inverted. And when I contacted the artist who's done this, because it's quite clear, the scale perfectly matches the Halo Infinite model. So basically I'm going to say he's taken the Halo Infinite model and made it more high res because the dimensions and everything are too spot on perfect. There's a lot of these details like this engraving here around the top of the head. That doesn't appear on the model. It's very polygony because these days they hide a lot of this trickery using shaders, or they do a lot of trickery with shaders and normal maps and whatever to give the effect that things are a lot more high poly than they actually are. And I've still got to do the suit myself, but I can show you what I've got sort of happening there. A lot of people in Unbreakable Gamers Discord will have seen screenshots and stuff of that. Okay, but anyway, as long as we don't do anything too bad. But yeah, you can see all the parts here on the side. Yeah, let's put it in X-ray mode because that'll show. So you've got this piece here. That piece there, even when it's not scaled up to fit my big buff head, is too big even for my Ender 3 Max to print. So I actually am currently working, because I've got these all saved as individual files. So I have to slice this up, but also I wanted to slice up because with my version that I was building, this bit here with all the flashlights is actually detachable. I was also making it so the vents here are detachable because they're actually solid. You can see they're solid, and they've put these air vents that go in there. It's like a little mesh thing that you print out that goes in there. The visor is basically for appearance. There is a model he's got there for doing vacuum forming, but they've got this big thick bit here. I've trimmed that down to like a frame that it's going to bolt in from behind. The original bit was I was going to trim this edge that goes around the outside and remove it out. Then have the visor come in from the front in, then this bit here would be separate, come in on top of that, slide in on it, and then screw in. But I think I'm going to have to do it the way that they sort of want you to do it, where you do the visor from the inside, and then bring it in from this way, and I'm going to have to drill some holes, put some M5 or well, M2 to M5 nuts, depending on what works best, in from the back so it secures it. And being a actual motorbike visor, unlike vacuum form shitty plastic, it'll be nice to clear. I've got gold tint film that should do a great job, and it'll be hopefully one of the best damn goddamn Halo helmets you've ever seen when it's done. It will be lacking things too, like this notch here, which I do not like because that is not on the original Mark V helmet. You got the back plate, but that comes in two flavors because, yeah, if you see these bits stick out, there's usually foam that goes around there, which you can see if I go back to this bit. Oh, there, the trim, there, bam. So it's also got a prong bit, but that's meant to be foam, and instead it's hard plastic. So when I contacted this guy, one about this error up here, and I said, well, he trimmed the back plate because there's two versions of the back plate that comes with this. One, like this, it's trimmed, so that's meant to be just like metal, and then you can put foam in there. And then the other version is like that front piece there where the foam is part of the plastic print, and he hasn't cut it out, but the front piece he doesn't cut it out, and I'm like, oh great, so now I've also got to trim this. And when I contacted him, he was like, oh well, thanks for your money, but and for pointing out this error, because when I bought it, he was like, oh, if you got any questions or feedback, blah blah blah, tell me. So I told him, well, one, you got this bit up here on the visor, well, the peak is out of whack because I've had to line all this up too. And I also mentioned that one, it'd be good if you could have sliced it up, like separate the visors. Like if I had these visors cut off, I could probably fit it on the 3D printer. But yeah, he was like, oh, I left it like that, so because I was like, most people, man, they don't have a printer as big as an Ender 3 Max. And he's like, oh, I left it so people can slice it themselves, where I want to do it like as a full helmet, so that it's got a lot more strength. That's why I'm going to screw it together. And the reason he did this bit, but not that bit, is because to give people more room. And it's like, but I want to put actual real foam in there. I want to make this helmet legit. I'm going to have fans in it. I'm going to have proper LED lights. Most people have like glowing little lights in there, where I want them to be. I've actually got. Let me see if I can find it, because it was on my desk the other day, one of them. But yeah, I have a set of mini little flashlights to actually install the LED ones that are quite bright. So with all four of them, it should be like, staring into the sun. Oh, yeah, there's one. Yeah, they shouldn't. Let me just hide 3D Builder for a moment. So I've got these little aluminium flashlights, and at the ends. The point is I'm going to unscrew those or cut them down and feed them in. So it'll be cut down about here. Of course, these clips come off, so I'll be removing that clip. I'll probably cut it about there with a hacksaw, and they'll slide in on the sides where they're meant to be. And then I'm going to run solder some USB cables to it, and then I can just plug it into some more cables, run it to the battery pack. This is the kind of battery pack that I'll be using. It's a Ross, I think it is. Is it? No, not Ross. What is it? It's Romos 10,000 milliamp battery on Amazon. I've had this one for a couple of years, and it still holds charge. I've never had a battery bank this good, so I can definitely, I'll do that now. You need a battery bank, go get the Romos 10,000 milliamp battery bank off of eBay. Price, bang for buck, 10 out of 10. Because I was thinking about doing like an unboxing for the for this, but how do you unbox a battery bank? I don't want to mess around with like testing it. Like, I'll put my phone on it for 10 hours, but like this one can easily charge up my Vivo Y12 phone at least twice, probably more. when I hooked up my 180mm fans that I've got for the torso, the chest piece, I plugged them in and ran both fans at full speed for about 4 hours, and even one bar hadn't gone down on these. So I could basically run just the cooling in my suit off this for an entire day, probably pretty much. And the goal is to actually have a couple of these in here. And yeah, going to have lights. And I'm going to try and cheat because, yeah. For example, I bought these off AliExpress, and I'm probably going to get some more of those because I ordered a couple of tests of fairly cheap USB LEDs. Just like a thumb drive, but LED lights. Because you see a lot of soldering and stuff, but I thought, the suit has a light here. I think they're meant to be like the shield emitters. You've got some on the arms and things. And a lot of people, the wiring stuff, and I thought, why not USB cables? You can just plug things in, plug them out. Something breaks, unplug it, work on it, plug it back in, you're good to go. And screwing around with solder and hot glue and stuff. And I want to make the suit so that everything, has its space. Because a lot of these models and stuff too, they don't allow for that. There's no like cable management loops or anything like that where you can zip tie stuff through or feed channels you can feed the cables through. So I want to do all that sort of stuff and get ready for this because, I need to do get some white opaque plastic to diffuse this light because these should be bright enough to see during the daytime because, look how bright these things are. That's running off that battery bank. It's like pretty damn bright, eh? For 3 LEDs off a 5-volt power supply. But you have to see it for those. But the good thing about that is even with the diffusion, because you might think, that's insane. If you walk down the street like that, you're just going to be like lit up like a Christmas tree or brighter than a Christmas tree. But the thing is, if I diffuse the light, it won't be retina blinding like it just did then, but it'll still be bright enough so if I'm out in daylight, it'll still be lit up because it's one of those lights on the suit that is always going, whether it's day or night, unlike the lights. Also, I've got to make adjustments because I've got a couple more headsets, the liquid ears ones, that are Bluetooth, have a microphone built in, and I'm going to grab one of the other pairs that I've got, which have snapped across here, so that's good. I'm going to gut them and put all the electronics in there, so when I've got the helmet on, I'll actually have these on my ears. So I might have to look at seeing some way if I can find a Bluetooth microphone or something that can transmit audio. So when I've got the helmet on, I can still hear. But if I find a way to stereo it so that I can get proper depth perception, because, I want to try and make this as functional as possible, this suit. Starting off with fan cooling throughout, but it's going to be so much different than a lot of other Halo suits I've seen out there, which are literally just costumes. I want this thing to take a bit of a beating. All right, but let's continue on having a look at this. So, this is just the helmet. As you can see, there's these holes. And those holes are for magnets. I've got some 10mm by, it's not 5mm, I think it might be 3mm. Magnets, and they just actually perfectly sized for this, but these holes spaces will be a little bit bigger because I've scaled it up. But if I just did a regular sized large helmet, because the guy who made this did include models for large, medium, and small. But as you can see, I've made a scale size. That's the size of my buffy head, the model, and I've made it so it fits properly. And inside, you got these, cap bit that connects to the holes. So hang on. So you've got a cap that goes in there. And you can see my head fits fairly okay in that. And again, it's scaled up. So you can see a bit of a gap there, but also I want to put some foam padding in there. And it basically all snaps together with magnets. And I don't want to do that because magnets tend to be fairly strong. And just the whole thing snaps together. You'll see every part's got magnet holes. magnet holes everywhere. Yeah, the Cortana chip bit that comes out too, that's a separate piece. I'm actually going to cut a hole through that, and that'll actually be the exhaust for the back of the helmet, because I want to have also put like proper filters in here so that smoke and stuff can filter that. But this is what we're working towards, and that head cap there, this bit here, little bit here, that sort of like a bit that locks them together. And that's the only bit that's with pins. So yeah, I've got to do a bit of redesign work on this just to make it work. But the guy, when I pointed out like the error and stuff like that, he was just like, "Oh, tough shit. I've got other commissions now. I'm going to be busy for 3 months, and then when that's done, I might think about fixing like the peaks on the helmet, because the rest of it is as is. I don't expect him to do more than that, but I do expect these bits up here to be fixed. But I'm probably going to have to end up inverting them myself. And I really want to keep everything simple, but I want to have it pull apart too. Like, there's these screw holes here. I want to have actual hex screws in there. I want this bit to come off because I want to have like almost like gas mask filter cartridges in there. Once it's printed, I'll probably sand it and fill it, and then I will be giving it a resin coating, and hopefully UV resin to add some strength to it, because I am just going to be doing in PLA, and hopefully it'll look nice when it's done. But yeah, if anybody wants to help me with the modelling aspect of this, I will pay. Not much, but I will pay. If you're bored and you know how to 3D model and you want to give a hand, let me know. Hit me up on the channel, leave a comment below, or hit me up on the Discord. Again, there's a link in the description for the Discord. That'll take you to actually the stream voice chat, but it'll bring you into the Rabbit's Unbreakable Gamers Discord, because now, as you've noticed, the new branding. I'm still working on a new name for the channel. But yeah, that's sort of part of where I'm at. But let me see. Haley Magpie Custom Etsy. We'll get this one will be a bit easier because we will have some actual pictures. Oops, that's my thumbnail. Because I'll just show you this suit now, because unfortunately, now the source. God. We'll do window because I don't want to do image, because if I do window capture, I can save it for later. All right, add source, custom source. Okay, that source. And this way, I can show all the different images without screwing around. 8-shot Pro. And transform it to screen. Make sure it's there. Well, that's just going to center it. But yeah, this is the suit that I am currently got. This is the one that Gizmo bought me for my birthday. Not last year, year before. And there are bits I like about this. I'm going to be using this torso, because it's the problem is when you find custom models and stuff, finding ones that sort of match. And this is the one where some of you would have seen this failure. The arm piece that I was doing, so I made it a little bit too big. This was going to be like 33 centimeters long. One of the first big prints I did. But I had to make this hole big enough to get it through with a glove, because that was too narrow. Even scaled up to my size. But this guy who made this one, he was pretty good. There were errors and things that he's helped me fix up and taken care of. But I don't want to have like that where you can see fake bolts or fake screws in there. But yeah, as you can see, even by my arm, it's pretty big, but close. So just got to shrink it down. Instead of 33 centimeters, make that 30 centimeters. But I have to, do some things like that so I can get my whole hand through there. Plus, I also want to make it so this, comes apart. But I'm not even sure if I want to use the arms and the legs off this, because it's a bit too custom. And I do have some other models. Like I don't mind the legs, actually, arms and legs on the actual Halo Infinite model. I might have a screenshot of that. Just a sec. But yeah, let's have a look at this one. So yeah, that's all the parts that come with this one. The boots are a bit weird too, because you see that bit there, it's not exactly level. It's like that bit sticks out, then it goes down. So I've still got to do some work on this one, but it's all 3D print ready to go. The backpack on it is pretty complex and detailed too, because here's the torso piece for it, so you can see how many pieces are in that. But yeah, there were some sort of mistakes where you couldn't. It would have been impossible to build if I hadn't done it. But again, it's more magnets. Everything that you find is magnetic. So, oh man, make it so I can use screws and latches. Because like this bit. Oh, no, wait. I hate that. let me bring that up. There we go. That's the backpack. That's a lot of pieces on it. And yeah, same with the vents here. I'm going to open those up on both shoulders, and I'm going to be 80mm fan in each one. And so that way I will find a way to put some vents in the front of the torso piece to draw air in, pull it up across my body, then expel it out over the shoulders. So the air will hopefully go in, up, and out. Yeah. But yeah, the arms and legs and the boots and stuff I am not so sure about. But the Halo, the Mark 5 from Infinite, and even got molds that I can make. I can print these up, the undersuit. But oh my god, what a job that would be. Because that's what the torso should be, like that. When it's done, it'll be the two pieces that close in together. But across the most versions, you'll see these black bit there, like latches. And that's what I want to do, is get some actual latches. So once it's together, it snaps together instead of bloody using magnets. And my main concern there is, one, some of these magnets are damn strong. Two, it'll interfere with electronics, and I don't want to be at a Capricorn or something and take a photo with somebody that's got a pacemaker and die. But yeah, my phone, for example, that does not like being near magnets. So the fewer magnets I can have in it, the better. But for now, just to get it done, I'm going to go with the helmet, because a bit of work magnets in the helmet. That's the main bit I'm working on now. But yeah, let's see if we can find the... Make sure you can join me on this adventure. Infinite Mark 5, there we go. Yeah, this is my version that I was working on. Yeah, there's a crappy a crappy model that sort of to my size. Oh wait, we got X-ray mode on, haven't we? Yeah, got some software that allows me to build a suit, build an avatar of any side, and that's not very flattering, but it'll do the job. And hopefully I'll get a bit more buffer before Got to worry about that. But anyway, let's look. But yeah, here we go. This is the model. I've already scaled this one up to basically my height. And this is a direct rip of the model from Halo Infinite. And there you go. You can see the helmet. This is what I was talking about, the details. This is how it looks like when it comes out of the game. Very low polygon-y looking. But I do like the legs, and yeah, the legs and the arms are closer to actually being more like Halo. But I don't like the torso, because it's another one though they've modified it too much. But you'll see this one here actually has the clamps across there. But again, they've changed these bits here on the corners. Yeah, it's the slight changes that they've made, where it's like some bits are good, some bits aren't. But that's where the problem is with a lot of these models that I have got. Some parts of them are good, some parts aren't. But yeah, you see I've got the blender files. Let's see, view, large icons. We're not going to see that. Thought I had screenshots in here of it with the textures. Probably do have them somewhere, but I uploaded them to Discord and deleted it. But yeah, that's the goal, is to make us something like this. And yeah, with my bits, like I'll try and show you what I meant by the visor. So yeah, you saw that visor before. So I'm going to show you that because it's only showing the one. There we go. Okay, no, that's not going to show. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, that's the frame I'm trying to get down, but it's very, very thick because it's actually that visor piece that I saw, but I cut out the middle of it. And it's going to be sort of the frame, hopefully, with the visor will come inside the helmet, and then I'm going to bolt this on the back of it so it's all nice and secure. Hopefully it's going to be strong enough so that somebody walks up and punches you in the face, it won't budge, which you will not be able to do if you do the vacuum sealed versions that you see out there. But yeah, that is what I'm doing right now. Or trying to do right now. Get this damn 3D printing working. I mean, here we go. Here's a test where that's the model. I was printing it in silver silk to get an idea of how it should look. Like the boots are a bit weird though, because I've got these bits that stick out on the side, so I've got to cut them off too if I'm going to use the boots. That'll probably be the next thing I'll do after the helmet, because that should be another piece that should be easy to do. I've got some ideas for doing proper rubber on the bottom. You see a lot out there, and the rubber is not durable, or they straight out have holes cut in the bottom, and you can see the shoes. And they just basically sit on top like shells, where it's like, no, I want them to be actual proper solid boots. So if I kick a small child, they're going to go bloody feel like my seat won't break. Not that I plan on kicking any small children. But yeah, the legs, I've got to say, I do like them because they are more like, out of all the models I've seen, they do come close to the pattern and the design of the original Combat Evolved ones. And that's like that because, yeah, the print's screwed up. I've still got a bit of cold coffee left, but it might be time to go make a fresh one. Because, yeah, I think now I'm not going to be printing for a day. Also, I'll wait for the other piece. The other, because I've got one of these, but it's much bigger, and that goes on the front of the printer along the Y axis. So then I can tension the belts. In the future, I will get new belts. But for now, yeah, until I can get that little screw out or disconnect all the wiring and wire it from scratch, we're not going to worry about that tonight. So I might as well wait till the next one of these shows up and then try again. So maybe in a day or two we'll do another live stream. Rabbit upgrades his printer part 2. I mean, yeah, because should have had it up, most of this stuff done by now. But just that one little screw, because it's just always one little thing that goes wrong, hey? Always something. But yeah, when it does print, like I said, that's an old one. That's one of my more recent prints. It does a fairly good job, but it could be better. There's slight problems, and I can't show you the problem that I was talking about with it leveled and where I was going to put the new screw in. Oh, I possibly could have done that tonight. Yeah, but it's like when I do it, I want to do it all in one hit because I've got to put the tensioner on. I've got to put the other lead screw on. But here we are. So I'm sorry if I've disappointed you. Oh, that light. The headlights for these. I've got 4 of these, and again, that's bloody bright. See that behind me? That ain't no prop. So while it's small, it is super bright. Now, imagine 4 of those going at night. It's like I want to go for a walk down the street at night with this thing fully powered up. It's, you run into strangers, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Or they're gonna give you a wide berth. Imagine that, yeah, walking down the street and there's this dude walking down, and you just see these 4 bright lights. Probably destroy my camera doing that. But yeah, they'll be wired into this. I mean, I guess we can show you some parts. Let's go through some more parts and stuff that I've got. So, yeah, we'll start with this. I think I've showed these off before. I can't remember if I did it on Discord or if I did it on another stream. But these up here, USB fans. Got low, medium, and high sliders on them. But man, they do move the air. And these are the ones I hooked up that I was running for 4 hours. But I can recommend these. There's a cheap brand up here, but this is what I've got in mine in Gizmo's PC cases. Had them in PC case for a couple of years now, RGB ones, and they're still running fine. They're quiet, and I mean, hell, I can plug this one in. So, yeah, I turn it on. Let's blow the fan air towards me. Oh, that'll be nice and cool. That'll definitely move the air, and it's got a windbreak on it, the microphone, but that's got noise cancelling on, so it won't do it. But that is fairly quiet. But that won't matter because that's going to be sitting up on my shoulders like this, one on each side. So yeah, got those from Amazon. Can say definitely recommend them. They do come in 2 packs. These are basically designed for to be cooling. So like if you've got an Android box or something, or even your PlayStation, you plug it in, put the fan on it. It's got like little rubber feet things. Pack of them, and sort of designed so you have it there. Put your modem, router, Android box, whatever on it, and keep it cool. Plug it into USB. And it's 2 of them into a box. Or I might order some more. 120mm versions of those are about the same price. So that's one more part. Next is the actual helmet bands. 40mm. I bought these off of AliExpress. I haven't got these out of the bag yet. And tiny little blower fans, 40mm. I think it was 10mm. And the point of that is, on the visor, I'll have one mounted inside. I guess it'll be on that side. And so, it'll hopefully draw in air and blow it across the visor to stop it from fogging up. And then I'll have that one as a spare, and because I'm probably going to get a straight through one that goes straight through or out the back, or I'll have to shape a vent into the back into that the Cortana slot or the AI chip slot to expel the air out the back. So I am getting a whole bunch of crap together. Same as I've got these split up USB adapters, USB A, and I've got a bunch of these too that are quite literally, again from AliExpress, quite literally power USB. That's all they are, no data transfer. Just literally a negative and a positive wire on there, and those will be wired up to Mr. Flashlight here. And then, I might have it like a control panel where, I've got this USB panel here. That's not in the box at the moment. I'm using it, but I have another one here specifically for the suit. It'll be like, once I plug it all in, I'll have a panel I can flip up on the arm or somewhere on the suit with buttons where I can go, okay, lights on, fans on. Got to work out a way to discreetly get the lights to go on and off on the helmet. But should be able to turn things on and off as needed using that. And that's what I mean. Why mess around with wiring and shit when you can just USB everything? I mean, about the only wiring I've got to do is solder some wires to the flashlights. LED torches. But normally they only take the one AAA battery, but as I said, one AAA battery, that's pretty bright. Actually hurts my eyes. And whoa. And the USB power cables, I've got a few of those. I've got a few of these double adapters. I'll have to just buy some more USB cables to use as extension cords. I've even got like power switches here too. But they were actually PWM for like either 3-pin or 4-pin PC cooling fans, 120mm. Only problem is they're 12 volts. USB tends to be 5 volts. So if you use 120mm PC fans, because I've got some lying around, they don't spin up all that fast, and so they don't move that much air. So use them for another project. I might salvage the switch from it. And, find some other use for it. Who knows? Maybe build it in or build this or cut that switch out, hook it up to lights, and then I can have a little switch on discreetly put under the back there that I can just sort of flick and put those lights on the front on. And I don't know if I have shown it. Just bear with me for a moment. Excuse me, because I'm opening up my cupboard, so I don't want to be seeing my private stuff. Well, my private stuff. Yeah, but you know, I also have some like motocross armor that I'm going to incorporate into the armor, like the body armor pieces. Okay, let's go back to get rid of that. Yeah, I've got some like a armored jacket thing for me to mount pieces on, and also to incorporate into the suit to keep it all together, so I don't have straps. It's got like meshing. I might show you that another day. But here's going to be the piece of resistance. Yeah, I've got two of these. I've still got one in the box. It was awesome too because you got a code with these from Halo for Halo Infinite that if you put it in, it'll actually make the MA40 in the game look like that. So I've got to modify this, paint it up. It's an electric one, so you've got a button here. Don't know if that'll hear it spinning up. But it spins up and then you pull the trigger with it. So it's not an air powered one like normally. It's a wheels sort of thing. Not many shots. But also, what I've got to do here is because if you see that Nerf and where it says Halo there, that's actually raised. It's not painted. So I've got to cut that back. I might even fill in the holes here because it won't be firing once I'm done with it. But I'm keeping the other one to collect it as a collector's item. It's still in the box. And it's a good size, full size, nice heft when you've got the batteries in it. I think it was 4 C-cell batteries that go in here. But it's symmetrical on both sides, so you'll see like the firing mode switch here, and then the firing mode switch there. The same as the slide here. That's fixed, it doesn't slide. So I'm going to modify that so I can go sort of thing. Not that I care about that too much. But again, and over here you've got a USB-C, but it's got the slide bit moulded in. So it's basically symmetrical, not so bad. Maybe we can fire a shot off. Hopefully we don't break my monitor. There we go. And there's a little Master Chief green, which makes them really, the darts that come with them. They only come with one magazine though, which I always thought was stupid. It was like you go bang, 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 fire 10 shots, and it's not like they sold spares. But I think on line you can find ready to go 3D models of this. If not, I've got the Kinect scanner here, and I could probably scan these in well enough to make some new ones. But I will eventually, sand this all up, prime it. Same thing. I'll take this bit of crap of plastic out here and get an actual flashlight in there. Because, I do want to try and make this look realistic. And also, you can't confuse this for a toy gun because, I mean, look at the hole there. It's kind of funny you get 10 darts when this is an assault rifle. I don't like it compared to the original ones. I probably want to do something about this too, like the sight here, where it comes off. And we'll all need the classic compass with ammo counter on there. This I made it 10 to match the bullets. Because I do believe this is how it's meant to look. Yeah, but I don't like that it's sort of raised up like that. And it actually comes by default with this white stand that when you clip it on, it's up like that even higher. Where the MA40 from Halo Combat Evolved, this is all one piece. I don't know if I'll go as far to put lights in there or whatever. I might do that. It would be good to have an actual ammo counter and maybe put a Raspberry Pi. So I think old Arduino, I don't know, something that you can put in there so it does the sound effects when you fire it, like as well as the ammo counter come down. But I'd be happy with it just being a prop. It's painted up silver or the gunmetal colour that it is. Get it all properly coloured. But yeah, I've got to say, for a Nerf gun, I'm pretty impressed with this. Problem is, they're all got cleared out because when I got these, this is $50 Australian, and I managed to get 2 of them. And it feels good too because it feels like, because of my size, you know, I have shrunk a couple of inches over the years, but when I first wanted to start doing this, I was 6'9", and I basically in the suit would end up being as tall as Master Chief is after he got retcon. Because originally Master Chief was like 8 foot. It was like a giant of men, the Spartans. But even in the suit, I should come pretty close to being the same height or how it would look IRL without any trickery. Because a lot of times you see like people doing Warhammer and other things, and they got like platforms on the bottom of their shoes like this to get them up to size, sort of thing. So yeah, I want to scale stuff up to fit me properly. And yeah, I want to have proper foam linings, so I've got nice seals. You know, it'd be great if I could find some sort of kind of wetsuit material or something like that. Eventually, because I wanted to, get something like a wetsuit, but run water cooling through it. And yeah, who knows? One day, eventually, once I've got my ultimate model built or designed, and all the bugs worked out, yeah, I'd love to get some carbon fibre, print it up in that, and even line it with Kevlar and things, but literally like make it proper armour. I think that would be fully sick. That would be rocking around. And hell, I've got some ideas of what I might do with the suit as well, because it's like, conventions and things, the opportunities to wear it in an environment like a con and everything are going to be few and far between. However, nobody says you can't wear these things every day. So might get some content out of it, perhaps. But yeah, that sort of hopefully will make up for the fact that we didn't get the 3D printer going. And if anything, it's in a worse state now than it was. God. So hopefully this part, hopefully it doesn't turn up tomorrow, it turns up the next day, because tomorrow I've got to actually work on my car. I've got to rethread and replace some bolts from the intake manifold. From a mechanic stripped the threads when I took it into them to get a bolt actually removed. They put the wrong bolt back in. But yeah, all right. Let's wrap it up there, because it's like getting 10:44, and I actually might try and play a game tonight. I should have held overs. But yeah, I need to find a game that'll grab me again, because lately there's been games like even Helldivers playing that, and it feels a bit mid. But it's like, well, got to get back into this stuff, because I do want to start doing the channel again properly. Hence why there's been so much content lately. So I do got to probably get back into doing actual proper game and software reviews. The hardware unboxing stuff, that's going to still roll on as normal, but that's based on what I buy for myself, because I do not go out of my way just to buy products. So I've got content. We see a lot of people do that, like, oh, I bought an AliExpress PC. Where to me that's wasteful. It's like, I'm not going to buy e-waste just to make a video and then have it sitting on a bloody shelf or end up in a landfill. Especially if it's junk for shits and giggles that I can't throw out. That I can't give away. And probably do stuff like that. But there are things like the Bluetooth remote that I ordered for my system. A bit of weirdness with that, as well as the actual Android system I put in the car. I've got to, that's another thing I've got to do, is pull out the Android unit, because the touch screen went on it. And that was another one where I've got the video, I took photos and everything, showing me unboxing this thing, installing it, and I just never edited it together. And I think you can still get these units on AliExpress, but I don't think it'd be worth doing a review of now. Because that was a couple of years ago. Something to do during COVID. But yeah, the touch screen on it's gone, so I do got to source a new touch screen. So maybe that could be a video because I'm gonna have to pull this unit out, pull it apart, so I can look at the screen and hopefully there's a model number there, or I can match it with something on AliExpress or Amazon or somewhere else online, and replace the screen myself because it is quite a good unit. It cost me like $130, and I've got zero complaints. Does everything I want to do. It's got GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It doesn't have a SIM card in it. Not that I really need that, because hey, I can Bluetooth my phone through it. But yeah, it's got hands-free because it's got a microphone and stuff built into it, so you can answer calls, even make calls and things like that. It's got storage in it, and if anything, I think it's better than like Google Play or this Spotify car thing everybody's going on about recently that Spotify's cancelled. Because it allows you to Bluetooth your phone, but you can also, it has plug a USB thumb drive into it. It's got options to plug in a reverse camera and a dash cam. And it is like an Android tablet and then some, where I've noticed like Android Auto, for example, Gizmo's got that in her car that she bought last year. And it is so annoying because it's like, it restricts what you got to do. Like, it won't just let me Bluetooth mine or her phone to the car and then play our music. You've got to plug a USB cable in and then it'll let you play your music. And I'm like, wait, what? As well as be Bluetooth to it? And it's like, wait, what? But same thing, it's limited also on the app. So because mine's a full-blown Android app thing, I can actually... if I want, I have installed Crunchyroll and Amazon Prime Video and Disney Plus and stuff on it. And so, if I go, like, say, Gizmo out to an appointment or something like that, or I've got to go take somebody somewhere, and I've got to sit around for a while in the car, well, I can just kick back and actually watch Crunchyroll. But, of course, I'm not going to watch it while I'm driving, but it does have the option, too, for display outs that... If you had kids, you could put a couple of panels on the back of the seats and they can basically watch movies or even live stream shows while you're driving using your phone's data or connection. And it does have Wi-Fi, so I've got to park it right up near the house and I can update it, but I usually update it through the phone's data. But not having that touch screen is a massive pain in the ass because the only way I can navigate it is I've got to use that XP Pen tablet that I bought. But anyway, we're coming up on 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes, so I'll wrap it up there. Once I've got the other part and the other belt tensioner arrives, we will try and do this again and be a bit more organised. And in the meantime, I will also try and get that screw out because, like I said, I really don't want to have to take all the wiring out because it's in the enclosure, so I have to pull it out of the enclosure, move the enclosure, flip it up on its side, take the bottom of the motherboard off. It would just be easier if I can pull the thermistor and stuff out and just put the new hot end on and then whack all that back in. And then hopefully, get printing, as well as, that new lead screw and stuff. So watch this space. Could be tomorrow night, could be next night, but sometime this week. Have to see Helix if we're actually doing the podcast this week on the other channel. We're still working out names. Working out the name for that one. I've just temporarily called that one Aspie, actually, if you want to look it up. Because I do want to separate this channel from that one because, this content I like to... Well, I've never been politically correct or censored myself on this channel. I fucking swear. I don't care about monetization or whatever at this point in time. I have always tried to keep it more family friendly or consumer friendly, where the other one is zero fucks to give. I just think it's stupid because, you even see like Linus and I know you say Linus a lot, but he's one of the biggest tech YouTubers. But so many YouTubers out there that they will, play violent video games and that's fine and things, but then when it comes to swearing, it'll be, beep. So you're still hearing, or what they're saying, and it's like, why censor? What's the difference if it's got a beep in it? It's still, it's like me saying F word this or F bomb that. your brain is going, translating that to fuck. I just think that sort of concept of human beings is so weird and bizarre. Hey, it's just crazy. Cray. How we humans do that, where you can't say a word because it's offensive, but you can say an abbreviation of it, or it's okay because you've got asterisks in it. Humans, we're a weird bunch. But that's half the fun of us, I guess. But okay, we said we're going to wrap this up. I hope this has been at least entertaining for you, and it'll give you an idea of what's going on. Because as I've said in a few other videos too, is a primary focus of mine now is 3D printing. Yeah, a bit slow on the bandwagon for that one, but it does tie in with the whole technology theme of this channel. And I'm still trying to work out for this one a name. I've got an idea for a name that'll still, keep the Unbreakable part, maybe. Because, I've said, goodbye Unbreakable Gamers, but as you can see, we're still Rabbids Unbreakable Gamers. But at least for the time being, the new colouring, the new design, as well as changing it to Rabbids Unbreakable Gamers, it clearly makes me stand out, or clearly it's my channel compared to all the other Unbreakable Gamers and Unbreakable Gaming and stuff that's out there now. Anywho, I am Rabbit. Thank you very much for watching. If you're wondering why I got the headphones on, that was because I could talk to people in Discord if they join. I'd love to do more of that too when I do these live streams. Get on, talk. I've always wanted to interact with viewers and stuff. I want not just me, but come along, give you 2 cents worth. Like Wookie joined, and we went off on a little tangent about AI, or what's called AI, but as I've said, it isn't actually AI. It's machine learning algorithms and stuff. It is basically glorified chatbots with extra steps. As I said, AI to me is something about seniors. But hey, would you like to see content like that? Would you like to see my view on technology subjects like that? Because every day there's something new in there. One at the moment is Microsoft Recall. I made a comment on Reddit about that, and I'll probably get downvoted for it because, like with the AI, the problem isn't the technology. It is the people using it. And a lot of the time to the only solution is education, because ignorance is the problem. And this is why these companies do it, because Microsoft, this is why Windows gets worse each year, because Windows isn't getting worse. My Windows is set up and runs like it does from the XP days even, because all the basics are still there. It's just the user interfaces that change. And yeah, they're slowly making it like, but you can, Windows settings, but it screws over people like us that, I still use control panel. I like having the hardcore mode sort of stuff, but that's why, hey, I got Windows Pro. Maybe nerf Windows Home, sure, make the user interface and stuff. But a lot of the problems these things have comes down to because people don't know what they're doing. They don't know. So, and then they complain because they do something stupid. They delete System32 file, or they Alt F4. Why do these things exist? Because people out there, the meme it preys on ignorance. If you know what you're doing with a computer, nobody will catch you with Alt F4. I wouldn't be surprised if there are still people out there you can do it. You would get people that understand, oh, my crappy HP laptop with Intel graphics is not going to play Helldivers 2 or Fortnite, But most people struggle just turning the damn things on. They open up a browser. And if you get educated, so what happens is, to make my point, is companies dumb things down because it's called appealing to the lowest common denominator. As computers get more popular, the average, no offense, intelligence level of the users diminishes as you get more and more, as it becomes more and more mainstream. And this is why, internet used to be a bit of a geeky place, but now it's bloody TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and Reddit and stuff like that. And, it gets harder and harder to source out good old forums and things, or have open discussions, because lowest common denominator. They got to dumb things down. That's when Windows 8 came out and everybody lost their mind about it being touchscreen tablet like, even though you could disable that stuff if you knew what you were doing. It's like the old argument with Windows Millennium. I hate how people shit on Windows Millennium, and it's like, if you know what you were doing, Windows Millennium will outperform Windows 98. And I'm hoping that piece of shit computer I got under my desk there. I had a friend give me, who was clearing out a house, like an estate or something like that, and there's this ancient computer sitting there. And I'm hoping it's the right generation to run Windows Millennium in it, because I want to do something. Because Linus Tech Tips, there was another one, it might have been LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, some guy who specialises in retro tech, and they have no idea when it comes to Windows Millennium. They all goddamn poo-poo on it. I've seen somebody else as well that's popular recently. Might have been Linus Tech Tips again. And it's like, well, you people are meant to know your stuff, but you don't. So yeah, maybe that could be a project in the future if I can get the equipment, because I can't see any reason why that desktop isn't running. It's just abandoned. I'm just sort of worried about what might be on it, because apparently the elderly couple who has passed away, were doctors. So it's like, hopefully it's just their home PC and it's not like an office PC with medical records or anything on it, because if it is, I'll straight up format it. But I'm interested. I think it might have some kind of S3 Verge card in it, sort of thing. I haven't taken a closer look at the motherboard and what processors and stuff it supports, and I've been meaning to get my shit together so that, yeah, unfortunately the desk I'm going to be doing like teardowns like that and rebuilds is covered in crap at the moment, because I want to be able to do a live stream where I open this thing up, get it up and running, and bring you along for the journey. But I'm going to need to find. I used to have VGA cables everywhere, and that's fine. So I've got to, I should have a monitor or a TV or something in here that will take VGA, but I've just got to search around to see if I've still got a VGA cable. But I'm pretty sure this computer is 1998 is when it came out. So yeah, it's another project. But yeah, as usual, so I'm going to wrap these things up and I keep going. So let's end it here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope some of these ideas interest you. Again, I'm always open up for suggestions. Now I'm getting back into this proper. Yeah, I've posted this before. If there's a topic you want me to discuss or something you want me to look at, let me know. And I will seriously consider it. If any of the ideas I've talked about here, tell me, you want me to see me rebuild this old computer. See if we can get it up and running. Because it is in mint condition. Stuff. I thought, yeah, that might be the next project I do, or try to get it going ASAP. Because even if I don't have the parts here, I should be able to buy them. Stuff, and hey, it might bring you along for the journey on purchasing these parts. But yeah, I might do a video either later this week or next week. I'm not going to make any promises, because we know what I'm like, where I'm like, I'm going to do this video, that video, and then 6 months later I still haven't done it. But yeah, if people give me a reminder, dirt mark on my head, or was that shadow? No, it's dirt. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, I need a fresh coffee. You probably need to go to bed. If you have watched this or are watching this, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. And again, stay tuned. And I am going to start having to do that like and subscribe, because one, I need subscribers to get any chance of monetizing the channel. Helps get likes and stuff, help me get exposure, make comments. The more engaged the audience is, the more I will get promoted by YouTube. And yeah, you got to hit the bell icon for notifications, because it's basically the only way that you will be updated or notified when I bring out a new video. Hell, that's another thing I was thinking about too. Would you like to see a Unbreakable Gamers StarMade server? We go for an older version before they screwed everything with these bubble shields and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that too. I've got the computer sitting out in the lounge room. It'll make a perfectly fine StarMade server. And you want to see me build StarMade ships? And do you want to join the server and build StarMade ships with me? You go sit up. It'll just basically be a building set, because that's where I think where a lot of people got fun. And when this community really kicked off, was a lot of people just like building ships in StarMade. They weren't really interested in PvP or PvE outside of just resource gathering with the PvE, fight pirate stations to get resources. But maybe we'll just make a creative server where everybody can just get on and build whatever the hell they want. They'll have everything unlocked and unlimited access, and they can go nuts. Just build pretty ships and stuff. And that could be an option too. If you're on my server, maybe I can export your model, and we'll do like a model of the month maybe. Hey, if your model's good enough, I mean, actually, one more treat before we go. Yes, I said I was going to end it. But yeah, there's me ghost. I 3D printed it. It turned out a bit shit because the way the blocks translate, those shields on the back, they're super thin because they're only 1 block wide. That's what happens when you scale down a 330 odd metre ship down to 30 centimetres. Hey, but I thought about doubling the size of it and having another go at it once I've got the printer, because that had its issues as well with printing. And unlike Dane, near enough ain't fucking good enough. Where Dane's like, oh, no, near enough's good enough. I was like, no. I'm not normally this anal about things, but 3D printing, I want to get it basically perfect. And after the goddamn 2 years of messing with this thing, but I do plan on getting another 3D printer later in the year or early in the start of next year. I do want to get a resin printer too. I just got a feeling it's going to be less hassle than messing around with FDM or filament printers. But okay, let's wrap it up properly. Good night. Thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you on the next video. Wrap it out. Bye-bye. We just give it a couple of seconds too, because every time I do this and hit end stream, it either keeps going or it cuts out too short. But we've got the bye-bye bit.